Let's ask Iain Duncan Smith, former Conservative Party leader himself. Sir Iain, very good morning to you.
Morning, mate.
It seems to be a real mess, this, doesn't it? I mean, this does not look to me like a woman who didn't have any clue about what her tax liabilities were and somehow took the wrong advice and somehow forgot to pay something.
But the funny thing about HMRC is that they never take that as an excuse. In fact, they're relentless. I've got constituents who got very badly advised, very unfairly, but they've been very, very reluctant to accept that the companies that brought them into different tax positions actually told them a lot of lies and misrepresented them. But the HMRC still want their tax back. And if they do that for ordinary people, it has to apply to everybody.
Well, of course.
Yeah, and it's listening to you earlier on talking about this, and the thing about Ms Rayner is that she has never held back on attacking people personally. All through her political career, she's attacked me, she's attacked others. It's always been whipping up anger at the Tories. She used to shout Tory scum, all this sort of stuff. So before we get too teary about all of this, this is somebody who has used all those mechanisms to get after other people. So, you know, let's just take a pace back from the tears and say this decision, whatever it is, has to be made by Starmer. And the thing about the decision hasn't really got out there much, which is the question to Keir Starmer is, when did you first know about this tax problem? When was it? Because you couldn't have just discovered it yesterday or the day before. You must have known before that, because no doubt she was certainly trying to find ways to resolve it. So when did he get told, and why, if he got told days ago, did he not take any action? And the final question you were asking earlier on, quite rightly, is that if she was to lose her job in the government, which is the paid job, he cannot remove her from the job of Deputy Leader of the Labour Party, which comes with the title Deputy Prime Minister, although that is not a paid job, as I understand it.
Right. So she would not be in the Cabinet any longer, but she'd still be a senior figure in the Labour government. And you quite rightly point out what Keir Starmer knew and when did he know it, because he was defending her up until relatively recently, not just defending her, but attacking anyone who was asking questions, saying that there was a smear campaign against her, saying it was sexist, classist, you know, all of the most ridiculous accusations. And quite frankly, really, if he was doing that and he knew what she had done, then he's misleading the public, isn't he?
Yeah, that's the one question which I still would like an answer to, which is, when did Keir Starmer know about this, and what did he do when he knew about it? Or was he just hoping somewhere along the line this would quietly disappear? And that's the real point. Was it yesterday? Was it the day before? Was it the day before that? Because at the end of the day, this story, whilst it's about Ms Rayner, and, you know, I'm obviously on a human level, I always feel sorry if anyone gets into trouble, but, you know, the fact is you have to face up and take responsibility. But the real question here is over Starmer's judgment, his control and his leadership. And I think that, you know, when it strays into other bits about were you working class, not working class, a load of stuff and nonsense. The truth is, when did Starmer know, and what action did he take when he knew?
And what we do know about Starmer is that he clings on to people longer than he should. You know, Tulip Sadiq hung around over Christmas when she was accused back in, I think, November of being involved in a Bangladeshi inquiry into corruption. She eventually had to go. Same was for Louise Haigh, the Transport Secretary, who had assured him previously that she hadn't broken the law. It then turned out that she had. She had to go as well. You know, he's done the same with Rachel Reeves. You know, he doesn't like getting rid of people because it reflects badly on him, because it means his choices have been bad.
Yeah, the whole thing is going to come back to his door, because the reality is that he takes responsibility for all of this. And all of this goes back to the reality that he is, I think he's actually really rather fearful of Ms Rayner, because of the reality up until now is that she's supposed to have been the darling of the hard left in the party, and as you've seen that they're very strong in the Labour Party at the moment. So I think the problem for him is that he fears that if he precipitatively gets rid of her, that they get after him. But the truth is, this is a government that seems to me that have become almost universally hard left. I was saying to somebody the other day, if you look at the net zero rules, regulations, laws, and the way in which people are bullied over it, I mean, you think this is a return to communism. I mean, the control that are being placed on us,
Yeah.
the cost that you're going to have to pay, the extra taxes to do this net zero, to race with I don't know who, putting our costs up for ordinary people. And you think to yourself, well, we didn't choose that when the Labour Party was elected to govern, but now it's become like a race into a dystopian future of utter control and ruthless chasing of people who don't pay.
Yes, to say nothing of the way the police appear to be operating at the moment, which is slightly disturbing.
It's again another problem, you know. The easy thing, I mean, my constituency, I banged on and on about this. We cannot get the police, and haven't been able to get the police on the street. We've had an epidemic of shoplifting in one of our remaining shopping streets. They go in, they threaten everybody, they strip the shelves of the expensive goods, they leave, they don't run, they walk, and then they hand them over to another man who takes them off and sells them through crooked shops, etc., elsewhere. All of this stuff goes on the whole time, and we really struggle to get the police on. And the shops, the big shops, didn't even report the crimes in the end because they were fed up with it. And all of this is what the British priority should be. The public out there, antisocial behaviour, drug dealing, gangs, street robbery, all this sort of stuff is not a gentle crime. It's a dangerous crime, and it hurts people and it hurts shopkeepers.
Absolutely. Final one for you. I don't know if you've seen it today, but a big spread in the Mail, pages 28 and 29, about China's incredible show of military might yesterday, where they basically had a celebration of from 1945 to 2025, showing off lasers, drones, missiles, high-tech weapons, catching up with the United States of America. Looks pretty chilling to me.
Yeah, I've just written a piece which won't come out till tomorrow, but the point I'm making is that for quite a long time, I have been warning, others have too, that we are facing now a collection of totalitarian states, China, Russia, North Korea, Iran. You've now got other countries coming into this group who really want to change the world order. What they want to do is impose their concept of government on everybody else. And Xi has said it. He said, our way will be the way. The end of that period when the West, the concept of freedom, of democracy, of the rule of law, all this sort of stuff, that will go. He said that constantly, and he's built up the biggest army now in the world, a navy. He's building more ships in one shipyard in a year than America and Europe build in a year, all of their shipyards. He goes on, and he commits genocide. He's getting rid of ethnic groups he doesn't like. He's invaded the South China Seas. He threatens Taiwan every day, which, by the way, if he did attack it and take it, that would be a hit of $10 trillion to the global economy. All of this, Xi is brutally boasting about it all, and alongside him, a man that invaded Ukraine is responsible now for 1.5 million deaths and wounded in Ukraine. All of this is all about this new world order, and I've been warning about it for some time, the new axis of totalitarian states, and I've been poo-pooed endlessly by all sorts of those who think they know better, but the reality is coming home to roost. We are weak, divided, and they are winning.
Yeah, it's a shocking state of affairs, really, isn't it? Sir Iain, great to see you, though. Thank you very much indeed for talking to us. Sir Iain Duncan Smith, former Conservative Party leader, with plenty to say about Ms Rayner and about China, of course, as well. Liz Truss